African parenthood and how we can improve. Hello, my name is Margaret, aka Ahoufe Maggie. Ahoufe means beautiful in the Ghanaian language of tree, but I think it also stands for, well, for me, it also stands for African femininity, creativity, and strength. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you have not subscribed or you're new to this community, welcome, and make sure you subscribe. I think the subscribe button is here. If it's not there, it's here. Anyways, make sure you subscribe and make sure you stick around, because on this channel I talk about things that relate to African womanhood. I am Ghanaian, but I was born in America and I live in London. So African womanhood topics will be discussed from my perspective of being in between. So African but Western. So yeah, if that resonates with you, make sure you subscribe and make sure you like this video. Make sure you stick around so you don't miss future videos. And also, you could follow me on Instagram at Ahoufe Maggie. I love chatting with people on Instagram. I put comments in my stories all the time, and I will slide in your DMs. So make sure you connect with me. So anyways, today we are talking about African parenthoods and things we can do to improve. This is a topic that came from one of my lovely Instagram followers who said that we should talk about things that we are doing as new generation African parents that we are doing like kind of differently from our parents, or things that we're carrying on from our parents when it comes to raising our own children. So for those who don't know, I am a yummy mommy to a 1.5-year-old. So I am now an African parent. So yeah, so I thought this was an interesting topic. I thought it was good, yeah, because there's some things that I am doing that are exactly the same as my mother, as in training my daughter to get the remote, since now she can walk. And there's some things that I'm doing that are different. Like, I think, yeah, some things we'll do that I think that are different, but we'll talk about that later in the video. So I think I'll start with the things that I'm gonna try to do that are the same. And if you're a parent or you want to be a parent or you have thoughts on this, make sure you comment so we can have a conversation about this, because I think it's really important, and maybe there's some things that you've thought of that I never thought of that maybe I should incorporate. So yeah, when it comes to things that I think I will definitely keep and even try to like double down on are cultural things. So I think it's really nice for children to know their culture. I think it's actually important to their identity to know their culture. As someone who grew up in America, but from 2 Ghanaian parents in a very Ghanaian city, my culture is really important to me. It's a part of my identity, it's part of who I am, it's part of everything I've done from when I went to undergrad, my theses, it informs my major decision, it informed my career. I studied abroad in Ghana for 6 months, so like it's informed a lot of me. I'm married a Ghanaian, so it formed a lot of me. So I think it's actually quite important for children to know their culture. So I've made a video about passing on your culture to your children, even though you don't speak an African language. You can find that on my channel, or I'll probably also link it below. And some of the things that I will do in that area to try to make sure I pass on culture to my daughter, and which I have been doing, are like music, baby songs. So there's some lovely channels that have like nursery songs in African languages. So for people who are Ghanaian who speak Tree, there's really lovely channels that have children's like nursery songs in Tree, and like the ones from Ghana as well, not just like westernized ones translated to Tree, but also ones that maybe your parents and grandparents had sang when they were children. So that's really cute. Anyways, yeah, so that's lovely, letting her listen to those kind of songs and like, you know, sing them. They're really cute. Cultural events and stuff, going to Audrey's, going to, you know, not really funerals, but going to Audrey's and going to things like that. Going to Ghana when the world, by the time you watch this video, the world will be open, hopefully, maybe. Anyways, but going to Ghana, letting her meet her family members there, enjoy time in Ghana. Language, that's more my husband, because my husband can speak Tree. I cannot speak well. I can speak a little bit, so the little bit I know I can speak to her. But apart from that, my husband, my mother-in-law, my mom, Everybody else, actually, in my entire family, other than me and my sister, who can speak Tree, will speak Tree with her, so then she can be more familiar with the language and hopefully speak it. And then food, obviously I make Ghana food all day long. I have all kinds of recipes on my channel. If you want to watch, I've made jollof, I've made yam, I've made pancake, I have peanut soup coming, peanut soup coming, so make sure you subscribe. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah. So food, music, clothes. She has really cute little Ghana clothes. Maybe do you guys want to see a haul of her African baby clothes? If you like that, comment below, let me know, I'll do it. And yeah, all those kind of things. So really let her know she's a Ghanaian baby, and regardless of her residence, she's still a Ghanaian baby, and Ghana flows through her blood. So culture is actually one of the top things I definitely will double down on that my parents did for me and I will do for her. Next one would be respect. Not to say children who live in abroad are not respectful. They are respectful in their own way, in their own cultural way, some of them. But that respect for elders, respect for others, learning how to say please and thank you, manners, all of that is really important to me. So I don't like rude children. I find them very annoying. If I see a rude child, I'm just joking, but I'm not joking. So yes, that respect for her father, respect for me as her mother, because I am bigger than her and I am her mother. Respect for her grandparents, her grandmothers, her grandfathers. Respect for her friends, and respect for herself, respect for her family, respect for her culture, respect. So that is one thing that I definitely will bring, that my parents instilled into me, that I will instill into her. I think those are the main two things I definitely want to double down on. Oh, I don't know if this is an African thing, but it's like called, I don't know if it's cultural, but like faith. I think faith is extremely important, and I want her to learn her faith for herself at the right time. Right now she's a baby, so she learns it from me to her. So we have really cute baby Bible books for her that she loves. You know, the open the flap ones, they're really fun and she loves them. I think I'll link some below, so if anybody would want some for their children. And learning to go to church, learning to sing baby songs, learning to bend down and on your knees and pray in the evening before bed. Just all those things. I remember my mother doing them with me as a small child, and you know, those are the baby steps to learning your faith later when you're old enough to think for yourself and also now know God for yourself. So I think I will do those, I will do that for her. I will try to instill that in her deep, and I will double down on that. So yeah, so I think those are the three main things I'll completely double down on when it comes to things that my parents and family did for me, that I'm going to do for her. Culture, respect, faith. Now for things that I will do a little bit differently. I think when it comes to discipline, and I know a lot of people have thoughts about African discipline. I think I'll do discipline differently for a couple reasons. I wasn't really beat that much as a child, just here and there when I did crazy things like, you know, play Slime Time Live in the living room and throw buckets of water over me and my sister's head, you know, push my sister in a stroller across the street where there was a river and a dog, like dumb things, you know? So yeah, stupid things. So, but I think generally I'm not probably gonna beat my child unless they're doing something that's like life harming. Then maybe you might have to tap them on the hand just to like shake them into thinking. But apart from that, I think I'll try to speak to my child a lot more. And I know African parents, there are a lot of African parents that do, but I think I want to have a bit more of an open communication. I feel like a lot of us who grew up with immigrant African parents felt like, you know, they're the elder, you're the younger, you can't really tell them everything. And I would hope that as she grows, she can tell me a lot of things, if not everything, and feel comfortable to come tell me things that are going on at school, or if she likes somebody or has a friend or boyfriend or whatever. And I would just hope that she would feel comfortable to come and talk to me about these things, because I grew up here in the West as well, so I understand. And not to say that our parents didn't understand, but I think they grew up in a different time where like children are meant to be seen but not heard. Whereas we grew up in a time where we know that if you don't talk to your kids, you don't know where they're gonna learn whatever from. So I think that's one thing I would definitely try to have more open communication. I have an amazing open communication relationship with my mom now that we are all grown. But when I was a teenager, we were butting heads all the time, but that might just be normal motherhood mother, teenager, whatever. So probably maybe I won't avoid that myself, but I think just trying to like have very open communication, and even from a young child age, letting the child feel that they can express themselves. So my daughter is very confident and outgoing, and I want to keep that completely. I know sometimes in Ghana there's a thing where children should be kind of humble and quiet, and granted she should be respectful, but I don't think she needs to be quiet. If she doesn't want to be quiet, like, you know, she's a bubbly little girl, she can be bubbly, and that's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. So yeah, so I think just allowing the child to have a bit more expressive personality, I think I would do. I think that goes into even one of my friends, she has toddlers, and she talks about how the terrible twos thing and tantrums are kind of really misunderstood by people. Granted, it's always not nice when children are rolling all over the floor and crying, but I think sometimes people need to understand it's because they feel all these emotions, they don't know how to speak yet. So maybe rather than beating them, or I don't know, it's better to try to really work with them to learn how to verbalize their emotions and to express exactly how they're feeling. Obviously, I have not hit the toddler age yet, so I'm just talking about this conceptually, not the full toddler age, like 1.5. But yeah, so yeah, those are things that I think, that's one thing I feel to do a little differently, just a little bit. Oh, another thing I'll definitely do differently, and I was talking about this with one of my friends recently, is the whole gender difference, the treating boys and girls differently. I will do this differently. Hopefully my husband is on board. I will do this differently because I did not think it was fair when I was young, and I was not allowed to do certain things or go certain places while my brother was, and the only reason was because I was a girl. I think that's unfair. If you don't want me out, he also should stay in. Just everybody stay in the house then. Thank you. I know people will disagree with me. Disagree with your mama. That's what I think. Anyways, so yeah, those are some of the things I think I'll do a little differently. Let me know if there's anything you would do differently than what your parents did for you, or other things that you think your parents did that was excellent that you definitely will like double down on for your own children or nieces or nephews. And if you have watched this part, thank you so much. Love you. Make sure you subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, make sure you share with a friend so that they can watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed this and have a lovely day. Bye.